Alright, onward to Solace. So did that spark a quest for him? It did indeed. Lost Village. And it's just all the way up top. Alright, cool. There's no way we're not going to Solace first, though. I'm sorry, Marius. Like, I'm not gonna go on this big detour just to go to some lost village that you haven't been to yet. Like, no, we gotta do this, man. I'm sorry. That lava looks fucking wild. This whole game has looked pretty fucking wild, though, I gotta be honest. Like, just the wide variety of locations. And relatively well-designed locations at that. Like, none of them have been particularly, like, hideous. Shatterscarp has been the most iffy for me. But, I don't know, at the end of the day, it had the best water out of any of the regions. It was the most appealing looking. Compared to Dawn Shore and Emerald Stair, the water in those places look god-awful. And here, too, the water here looks really bad. Knock knock, anybody home? It would seem that way, maybe?
Welcome to Serena's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
Okay. What is this, a prison? Probably. Hey, what's in here? Anything good? Corrupted Adra. Good enough for me. Prison Tower key. That's also pretty nice. Sell that axe. Man, we're gonna be making some bank once we hop in town.
You let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this farce of a justice system answer for itself.
Do you do this every day? Move along.
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants.
Don't let him tell about maps and causes.
He's a common thief.
What's this about grave goods?
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs.
How can you be a cartographer and not value other cultures?
Easy to pass judgment when your stomach is full. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
I'm taking your notes. Alright, he's learned his lesson. Let him out.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners.
Glower? Did you give him a proper trial?
How should I know? The Warden's just left him here. Ha, fine. I'm not paid enough to handle legal debates. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe.
What's an ancient key without a grimy torture chamber?
That's an experience I won't repeat.
Wow, there was nothing good in that chest. Yeah, this is a torture chamber. Like, God damn, there's a whole arm here! They didn't even clean that up. They just left it. Is that as far up as it goes? Oh, I guess so. Yeah, so it's just a jail. Literally nothing special in here. What of here? I guess this is just the waiting room. Alright, let's actually make our way to Solace. Enough dilly-dallying. Yeah, this place is fucking big, though, I'll tell you what. Or at least it appears that way. Who knows how big it actually is on the inside.
Wait, do Mayu. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
Oh, that would be news to me.
You're alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
You missed him, didn't you?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Jitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense.
Some taken.
What are you all doing at the ass end of the living lands anyway?
You know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. We need to speak to the council.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden.
The Steel Garrote are already in Galawain's tusks. Solace Keep might be in danger.
Ha! If those bastards were here, we'd know. And if they came for us, we'd kill them. Simple as that.
Oh, then I guess we have nothing to worry about. Solace is saved, and we didn't even have to do anything.
The Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. We're going to stop it.
Then you're wasting your time. We don't have any of that plague business in our keep.
Cosmine, you're doing that thing you always do when you're lying.
I didn't lie. There haven't been any dream trolls in Solace Keep.
And once again, I'm here waiting for your butt.
But there are rumors from the living archives. Sleepwalking, mad talking. Kostya told us it was the fumes from the volcano.
It's the Dream Scourge. Cosmin, an Adir, has sent me here to stop it.
I never trusted an outsider, much less an Adiran. But I never thought Marius would either.
Come on, Cosmine. Have I ever lied to you when it really counted?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
All that for us?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls. Gods. Here we go.
Deep breaths, Marius. We're right here.
It's be some fun stuff. I do want to look. I just want to look over the bridge. Oh man, that is cool.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm going to... Your face... It's just like... No. It's the lack of sleep. It's impossible. But I don't get paid enough for this.
Anybody here that's going to talk to us?
No one cares about protocol anymore.
Common, gross.
All right. Took you long enough. Wait, you're not from the hunting party. Where's the hunting party? They were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Idiots. They better not have gotten themselves killed. We need the supplies. I swear if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather.
You look just like Nandru. You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Mihala is going to... I don't even know what Mihala is going to do. This has never happened.
I can't wait to see what the council will say. Duty won't feed us, Mother. Duty won't keep us from dying.
How dare you talk to your mother that way?
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here. I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
What's going on here?
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother.
Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders.
Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
Poisoning is a strong choice of words.
Solace Keep's matters are for Solace Keep's wardens. Stay out of it.
No, I'm tired of this. I am leaving with Amalia's crew, and you can't stop me.
I'd like to see you try. You're not brave enough for that. An outlander.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, our Grunin are done for.
I thought for sure that was going to be a quest, but I guess not. Alright. Lever to Solace Keep. Okay, so we take a big old elevator up.
Is that Maria?
Welcome back to Wodika's nails. An outsider. Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to...
Is it something on my face?
Something like that, yes. Apologies for staring. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep?
Why were you so shocked by my appearance?
I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know.
I understand. It's an honor to be here.
It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
Enjoy your visit. Like it's some fucking tourist location.
Sanctuary of Nandru. Hasn't changed a bit.
It is carved from stone.
Oh yeah, he was funky looking for sure.
Wodika's crown, an outsider here?
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world lest it leave us behind. Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from Flor or all of the goods at Castro Paradis? No, I can't. Not with Mihala.
Mihala understands the importance
Like
of
making yourself
tradition.
useful outside.
Oh shit, here we go.
Place for a reason, huh?
Welcome to the Tusks, outsider.
Be courteous while in Solace's halls, and you shall remain welcome. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly.
I have a bounty to claim.
Well done, outsider. Seems you may have a thing or two you could show my wardens.
Beetle matriarch has been exterminated.
Well done. I will always have bugs to deal with, but at least they won't be hatching in such large numbers anymore.
The Warden needs to keep up their attacks. Don't give the beetles a chance to recover.
I'll be sure to pass on the word, Envoy. Anything to report?
Is there anybody else available to deal with these?
No. Our fighters are more than capable, but they are stretched thin. Times are hard. But that's life here in the Tusks. Check the board for bounties. Anything catch your eye, feel free to take it on. You'll be rewarded accordingly.
Why do these creatures need to be killed?
Resources are scarce out here. We need to cull the competition if we are to survive. Be safe out there.
Alright, what do we got? The Spore King. I read it completely wrong. I thought it was the Spookering. I was like, what the fuck?
We've taken to calling it the Spore King. Not sure when it started or who is to blame, but the name stuck. Unfortunately.
Another big old bear.
Be careful. Some of our best wardens were lost to that thing. Bereth guide their souls to a better life.
Ah. A pair of ogres. That'll be
Careful
fun.
with those ogres. Bastards are tough.
You guys want to get out of the way? So I can get the rest of the board, please?
No guarantees we'll get through the gates. Probably not well liked in Solace these days.
Beetle
Be careful
matriarch.
with this one. We believe it's the source of the beetles infesting the region.
Oh, really? What is that? Just a revenant?
Put that poor husk out of its misery. Destroy it, so that the soul within can be free.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's just a revenant. Oh, great.
Outsider,
Warden.
you need something?
You don't get a lot of outsiders here, do you?
Never once, and now that I have, I can't say I care for it. Leave our keep and our garden be. That's all I'll say on that.
I'd like to trade. Son of Black Heaven. Cool, but nothing particularly crazy. Fragment of Spoils. Galloway's God Totem. Huh. Wasn't aware there was a fourth totem to get. Like, actually, I didn't know that. Let's see, anything further over this way?
Damn. Outsiders in the keep? Joffrey really must be shit at commanding the wardens if you got in. Marius? You're back? God's alive. I never thought I'd see you again.
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. I've been working extra shifts without Petru here. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge.
Why isn't Petru in charge anymore?
Something must have happened to him.
What makes you say that?
It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost.
Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. Petru... he skirted the rules. Has some project out there, at that abandoned Warden tower. He usually goes out for a day or two, but always comes back. It's been weeks now, and nothing. I figure... something must have happened to him. Who knows what's out there? Attacked by Zaribs, killed in a lava flow.
That old tower is a good spot to look for clues to his whereabouts.
I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any wardens. Look, I know it's not your business, but you're the only one who can go in and out of the keep. If you happen to go by the abandoned Warden Tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Maybe I'd be able to convince Joffrey to send someone after him.
I'll do what I can.
Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people. Thanks, Adiren.
Sometimes people just leave. He's probably drunk somewhere feeling bad about it.
That's it. I'm cutting you off, Mina. You're talking nonsense.
That's Saka, and you know it. You're too scared of Mihala to even think otherwise.
What do you want?
Any rumors I should know about?
Depends on what you care about. There's a bounty board you can check if you need coin. I heard something about the trade caravan, but I've yet to see hide nor hair of them. And Mina here's been blubbering for a while, if you're really desperate for something to do. But that's all I've got. So, what do you want?
Nothing right now.
Suit yourself.
I will take all of the ale. Anybody else to talk to?
Could open up for more trade.
You think Kostya's right, huh?
Think of the...
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal.
I haven't even had first yet.
Well, I don't... thought you were... Let me start over. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of... whatever we're warming up here today. Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could rustle up for you.
Nah, I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like... this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakul. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
What sort of things do people eat in Solace?
Oh, my friend, let me tell you something. It's best not to worry about what's in the food. We eat what we have. We depend mostly on our hunters and patrols to bring back whatever they can find. Of course, that means I have to be creative to find ways to make everything edible and palatable, at least.
You gotta take what you can get and learn to live with it.
See? Thank you. That's what I tell these Komai, but they keep complaining. Trust me, if I could throw together something new, I'd do it. But this is Solace. Tradition dictates you eat what you get. Councillor Kostya wants things to change around here. He wants to work with the other settlements to increase trade. Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn, wild game from Paradis, produce from Fior Mesiverno.
What's the downside?
Tradition says we have to survive without help from the outside world, or we'll never survive. Tradition has kept these walls standing. It makes sense why we'd be slow to risk losing that.
So, what's for dinner?
Well, it's, I couldn't tell you. And I skinned it myself. Best of luck out there, my friends. and stay away from the stew.
Well, there's some stairs over here, yeah? Let's see, what do we got? Are you real people? No. Didn't think so. Ooh. God damn, is everything in here locked? Interesting. Not really much else in here.
I'll have to bring this to the Council's attention.
You a real person? No.
No. I couldn't possibly... It's too precious. Save it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The drawer.
More smut. I swear to God. It's like, this game has a fascination with smut. I don't get it.
If I were gonna have a drink with one of the gods, I'd pick Abidon.
I feel like a shrine of Abidon among the forges of Solace is rather self-explanatory.
Mogren's got plenty of followers among Rawatai soldiers, too.
You can't survive this close to a volcano without a healthy reverence for Mogren.
Ah, the outsiders! Welcome.
No more hilarious effigies. The Gorge Master. Dude.
Ah, I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. Ah, I probably should have cleaned up the place.
This is exactly what a forge should sound like. Music to my ears.
Seems like you know a thing or two. Good. We don't have to pretend it doesn't get smoky and loud in here. Some people see a dirty forge and think we're lazy. The Smith of Mogren knows that's far from the truth. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away, and the Council appointed me.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady would live forever.
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too.
Let me guess. Do your job well enough, and you'll just get harder work.
You know how things work. 1 minute you're being praised for your work, and the next, you're pulled into management.
Well, they wouldn't have chosen you if you didn't deserve it.
I suppose that's true. I'm not anyone's cousin or future in-law, so I can't think of any other reason. You came down here for a reason. What can I do for you?
Looks like you take your inspiration for that shrine of Abaddon.
I know. A shrine to Abidon in a forge. How unique. What can I do for you?
Stockkeeper Eberk told me you could make something special for me from this.
Did he now? And what exactly is... Abidon's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the Council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the Forge again. Oh, how I miss it!
So, what can you do with it?
The question you should be asking is what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge.
I'll take the sword.
Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the Council chose me to be master of this forge.
Now this, I have to see.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge.
I see why you're the Forge Master. Thank you. This is an incredible weapon.
You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I can make you that arquebus I mentioned. Or, yes, perhaps I could further refine your meteor blade.
Give me an even sharper blade.
Aye, the golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well.
Just stare at awe, yeah.
Enamored by its beauty, aren't you? You're not alone, outsider.
Where do you get your materials?
We have mines throughout the tasks, though most of them were abandoned until very recently. Most of our material comes from reforging old equipment. Someone dies or retires, and we make something new from their stuff.
It's a fine tradition, if you don't mind going on patrol in your dead uncle's old pants.
Mock all you like, outcast. This way has worked for centuries.
Why were your mines abandoned?
Like most things around Solace, they got too costly and dangerous to maintain. The Council thought it best to close them down. Councilor Kostya has argued to get some of them open again. We might be getting some new ores sometime soon.
Let's see your wares. Faith and conviction. Oh, and it's a big old plate mail. Slowly regenerates essence is fucking nice, though. Damn. And he sells Adrabon, which I might need to pick some. Superb dagger. That thing looks funky. Gauntlets of Devotion. Hold on. It's deal fire damage. And stamina cost while blocking. Meh. I'll pass. Anything to sell him? Yeah, exceptional dagger, exceptional sword. Wow. That sword is, full combo gives the hit enemy minus 20 damage for 15 seconds. It's deal 10% bonus frost damage. Interesting. I can get him more star metal. Curious. Alright, weapons. Oh, that's a much nicer sword. Oh, dude, look at that. Look at that. Whoa! Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sick. This is pretty much the sword they had in that initial trailer too, isn't it? Yeah, kinda, sorta. And it's got such an interesting look to it. Yeah, that is quite satisfying. Although it is a frost blade, which means, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to switch to sheathed in summer, but it means I need to get more fucking Adra. Damn. That kinda sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. Ah. That's alright, we'll deal with that when the time comes. Or... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I could just put Last Light of Day on here. Walk around with 2 swords. Ah, it's so cool, it's so cool. I wish there was like a burst. See that? Dude, it's a sick sword, I'm not gonna lie. I like it much more than the fire one. I'm just not crazy about the fire one. They both have Damascus stylings on the blade though. Which is nice. I'm not too big a fan of like overly garish styles for swords, but this one on the right is just so much cooler, than Last Light of Day. Just not too crazy about this sword. Emperor's Reach. Emperor's Reach is just so lame. Just meh. I am gonna need a new, I'm gonna have to upgrade that thing for sure. Any other doors I can go into? Any other conversations that can be had? That was super worth it, though.
Outsiders? In the halls Nandru built himself?
Warden, very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please. Ah, the infamous Ediran Envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it.
You have no idea.
And perhaps Solace is in luck. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is?
A straight answer.
Ah, you adherents. As businesslike as I'd had. It's water, of course. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councillors fuss. It's all tradition, this. Tradition, that.
Is there a problem with your water supply?
There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten Zorip eggs. But no one can be bothered to fix it.
So, what do you need me to do?
Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in Slumbering Fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them.
Existing aqueducts. It's a wonder your people didn't connect them to begin with.
And acknowledge that someone else came here before us and built something worth preserving? That's Pargroon pride for you. I call it damn fool stubbornness, since we're all friends. But now that a steady water supply is a bigger concern than cultural pride, the next problem is finding my team. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the Tusks.
Okay.
Jitule! What am I going to do? Oh, good. Someone's come along. I can't believe the only person that stopped is an outsider. Will you help me, please?
Help with what?
Ugh, my hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to get such a fine one again. But with all the construction going on here, still, I slipped and dropped it. I think it's somewhere down there. Do you think you can find it, hmm?
What's all this construction for?
Honestly, I don't even remember. It all started when my grandfather was a baby. I think something about restoration.
Solace has been under constant construction since Nandru set the first stone.
It does not matter. Can you save my hammer or not?
Why can't you just buy a new one?
There isn't exactly a surplus of them around here. Especially not one that's held to the caliber of the ones in the smithy. Please! I can't afford a new one.
Sure, I'll go take a look.
Oh, Murti, you are a lifesaver. I'll wait right here.
I mean, it couldn't have gotten very far. How did I get up there again? Right, through here. I wonder if I could have just clumbed back up from there. Probably not.
You're back! Did you find my hammer?
Here it is, safe and sound.
Ah, you have done me a great service, Amakul. Murti, Envoy, may your kindness be repaid swiftly.
No reward.
Found
It's fucking lame.
Warden's last night.
A game? Ugh. I bet the officers up above don't have to deal with that.
On the bright side, it's pretty good at a stew.
That is both gross
Hmm.
and intriguing. What time is it?
An outsider! I've never seen someone so tall.
A lot of doors in this place that you just can't open.
Time has shown that the arms and armor of Solace Keep are unmatched in quality anywhere else in the living lands.
Never heard a speech full of such bluster.
It's not the content, but the interpretation that bothers me.
Ah, well, the walls of Solace have never been brought down by words alone.
I think his words and his breath combined would be a greater threat.
Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are... Oh my.
You're staring at my face, aren't you?
Well, you must admit, it is striking.
Never mind. What can you tell me about Nandru?
Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day, while others may have fallen by the wayside.
How have Nandru's traditions changed?
If you ask these absolute Zarips, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal, certainly. Sorina's vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned.
Who was Serena?
Ah, blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a Solace in peacetime.
What kind of person was Nandru?
He was compassionate, eccentric, and charismatic. He knew how to draw out the best in his people. A true leader. Tradition says that when he knew his life was ending, he sought quiet solitude, knowing his work here was complete. Not a word of tradition, spoken or written, speaks ill of our founder. It is perhaps the only thing on which we all agree.
Do you know anything about a garden?
If you ask about the tilled ground made for growing plants, no. Very few here have that knowledge. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time to time. He created the Wardens of Solace to oversee that garden specifically. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has set foot there. I fear I cannot help you beyond that.
Interesting. Let's move on.
What more can I do to enlighten you?
What do the scholars do in Solace?
We pass on the oral histories of Solace and seek to uncover those historical knowledge we have lost over time. In return, the unenlightened Getuli of Solace curse, spit, and throw objects at us. It is truly a symbiotic relationship.
Your philosophy seems controversial.
All philosophy is controversial here. Thoughts that do not challenge tradition might as well be tradition themselves.
I should be going. Back in the main hall, apparently.
Bodica, huh? Guess the Pargrunen have that in common with Adir.
Nandru looked to Wodica for inspiration when he created the traditions and laws of Solace.
Curious.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you.
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests?
What is your role here exactly?
I am an attendant of the Council of Solace. I do whatever they ask of me, frankly. Currently, it is my honor to watch over the Shrine of Wodica and keep it as pristine as the goddess herself.
You mean it's your honor to stay where the Council can keep an eye on you?
I have to know what that's about.
The way I heard it, Bolty had a reputation for taking things from the armory and selling them to traders for a profit.
I paid my debt to Solace. I have changed.
Yeah, well, the Council is keeping you close by, just in case you haven't.
I'll just be going now. Well, hold on, he's a merchant.
Good to see you again.
What do you got? Audribon. Treasure map for the blade that hungers, eh? A dark blade. Yeah, I'll shell out for that. It's a dagger. Ah, okay, cool, cool, cool. Maybe I have yet found a dagger to replace the one I'm currently using. Would be quite nice.
Haven't seen Petro around in a while. Wonder what he's been up to.
All right.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Are they gonna throw us in the volcano if this goes badly?
I hope not.